Alright folks, Station Captain here again. It's Sunday evening here in Glendale. Lights are on, maybe the TV's murmuring in the background. AC is keeping things comfortable as the day cools down. We completely take electricity for granted, don't we? It's just there, until it isn't. And believe me, I've seen plenty of times when it isn't. We see power outages here for all sorts of reasons. A monsoon storm rolls through, lightning hits a transformer, or severe winds bring down a power line. We hit a major heat wave, everyone cranks the AC, the grid gets overloaded, leading to rolling blackouts or equipment failures. Sometimes it's as simple and as sudden as a car hitting a utility pole. I've seen parts of town dark for hours, sometimes even for days, depending on the severity of the damage. When that happens, we need to think beyond just the inconvenience of resetting clocks or not being able to watch TV. Think about what really stops working. Here in Arizona, the most immediate and potentially dangerous impact, especially during our hot months, is cooling. Your air conditioning dies. Your fan stops spinning. In a matter of hours, especially in well-insulated homes, the indoor temperature can soar to dangerous levels. This isn't just uncomfortable. It's a serious health risk, leading to heat exhaustion or heat stroke, particularly for the elderly, young children, or those with existing health conditions. Then think about essential medical devices. Many people rely on electricity for things like oxygen concentrators, CPAP machines for sleep apnea, nebulizers, or home dialysis equipment. Refrigeration is crucial for medications like insulin. I've been on calls where a power outage turned into a genuine medical emergency because someone's backup battery ran out. Having a plan B for essential medical needs isn't optional, it's critical. What about cooking and food? Your electric stove, your oven, your microwave, useless. More importantly, your refrigerator and freezer stop running. Within hours, food starts to warm up. After a day or two without power, you could face losing hundreds of dollars worth of groceries, not to mention the challenges of preparing meals without your usual appliances. And communication. Most home phones nowadays are cordless and rely on electricity. Your internet router goes down, cutting off Wi-Fi. You're reliant on your cell phone, assuming it's charged. And in a widespread outage, cell towers can become overloaded or lose power themselves. Getting information or calling for help can suddenly become much harder. So let me ask you to pause and really think about your own home. What essential function stops working without power? What absolutely relies on that flow of electricity? And critically, do you have any kind of backup plan for it, even a small one? Now, while our local outages here are often tied to heat, monsoons, or accidents, the reality is that power outages are one of the most common consequences of severe weather across the United States. And in many cases, these outages are far more widespread and last much longer than what we typically experience. Consider hurricanes hitting the Gulf or Atlantic coast. We're talking massive regions losing power, potentially for weeks, even months in the hardest hit areas. The sheer force of the wind snaps countless poles and downs lines over hundreds of miles. Substations get flooded by storm surge or torrential rain. Restoration crews face immense challenges with debris and flooding just to reach the damaged areas. Imagine our heat wave outage issues, but magnified across an entire state, lasting for weeks. Or think about major ice storms in the Northeast or Midwest. The weight of freezing rain coating trees and power lines causes widespread devastation. Entire branches, even whole trees, crash down, taking lines with them. Power restoration is slow and dangerous work in icy conditions. And the critical impact there? Loss of heating. Furnaces, even gas ones, often need electricity for fans and controls. Electric heating is completely out. People face freezing temperatures inside their homes, risking hypothermia and burst pipes, adding another layer of danger to being isolated by ice and snow. When tornadoes strike in the plains or in the south, they can obliterate the power grid in their direct path. It's not just damage. Poles are snapped off, lines are gone. Infrastructure requires complete rebuilding. The outage is instantaneous and absolute for those affected, requiring total reliance on external aid and generators for basic functions. Out west, during wildfire season, power outages happen for two reasons. The fire itself can destroy poles and lines, but increasingly, utilities implement public safety power shutoffs, PSPS, before a fire, during high-risk conditions, hot, dry, and windy, to prevent their equipment from sparking a blaze. These shutoffs can last for days and affect communities not directly in the fire's path, creating uncertainty and hardship, especially for those relying on well pumps for water. Even widespread severe thunderstorms across the country routinely cause power outages due to lightning strikes and high winds. Maybe not as long-lasting as hurricanes or ice storms, but still highly disruptive. The common thread everywhere is this: modern life relies heavily on electricity. When it's gone, regardless of the cause, heat, wind, ice, fire, flood, the disruption is significant and impacts core needs: climate control, cooling or heating, medical support, food preservation, communication, lighting, and sometimes even water with well pumps. So what can you do? Preparing for an outage doesn't necessarily mean buying a huge generator, although that's an option for some. Also, you need to remember, if you do that, crucial safety requires you to run it outdoors, away from windows, to avoid deadly carbon monoxide poisoning. But basic preparation starts by having lighting, have flashlights or battery-powered lanterns easily accessible. Avoid relying on candles due to fire risk. Communication. Keep cell phones charged and have backup battery banks. A battery-powered or hand-crank radio is essential for getting news updates when internet and TV are out. Food and water. Have a stock of non-perishable food that doesn't require cooking and a manual can opener. Store extra water. Knowing how to keep your fridge and freezer cold longer by keeping the doors closed. Have a cooler ready for essential items. Medical. Talk to your doctor about a backup plan for essential devices or refrigerated medication. Know how long backup batteries last. Register with your utility if you rely on life support equipment. Temperature. For heat, battery-powered fans. For cold, extra blankets, sleeping bags, dressing in layers, and identify a warm or cool room in your house. Circling right back to here, right now in Glendale, with the lights comfortably on, don't let that comfort lull you into forgetting the possibility. Ask yourself that question again. What stops working? What's my backup? Take one small step this week. Buy a good flashlight and batteries. Get a power bank for your phone. Make a list of your essential needs. A little preparation now makes a world of difference when the lights go out for real. And as always, stay safe out there.